Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we do get started, I want to go ahead and point out I'm going to be looking at my frontal mirror that I have here on my desk and then my handheld mirror right here. Okay, first jumping into this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my skin. I like to use the Nivea cream and it comes in this blue packaging and I really do love the consistency and thickness of this lotion. It does keep my face very nice and hydrated throughout the whole day, even while using so many matte products on my skin. Next, to prime my skin, I will be using the City Color Primer Oil, and this is a non-greasy smoothing primer, and it comes in a bottle like this. It looks like it can be very oily, especially me not having oily skin, but no, not to fear. It actually is very smooth on the skin, and it looks amazing once you actually have it on. Apply a few dots on my forehead, on the cheek, under the cheek, and on my lip. And I was a little hesitant at first just because it does look like an oil and it does feel like it, but honestly it mattifies very nicely on the skin. Before you go into the next step, I want to wait about 3 to 5 minutes just for my skin to absorb the product because I already have a moisturizer and a primer on top, so we have to wait. While we wait, how you guys doing? Already, now that we have that 5 minutes have passed, I'm gonna use Warm Coral by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the cream contour kit. And I don't need to be all fancy, I just need my finger, and I'm gonna be applying this to the areas where I really need to color correct. So I'm gonna begin applying towards the tear duct area and then working my way down, just because I have a little bit of discoloration today, and applying it towards the green tint of my beard. It is very prominent, and you are able to see it through even a full coverage foundation. Alright, next up is full coverage. We are going to cover her up, trust me. I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation, and this is in the shade 67. I would recommend using your own shade, but this is my skin tone shade, so I'm going to go with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dotting where I really need it the most first. Like I have some scoring here towards my beard area just because I do have that green tint. Alrighty, now to buff in the foundation, I'm gonna use this dupe that I found in Amazon because, you know, can't afford the Adhesive brush. So I'm gonna use this dupe I found in Amazon and it just works just as great. This is like my holy grail brush. I love the finish that it gives me. And honestly, it works just as amazing as the Adhesive brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buff this into the skin. And you can already see like it's a full dam coverage. Alrighty, now to conceal, I'm going to use my favorite concealer. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the T-zone of my face, Tarte Shape Tape, and this is an amazing, really full coverage concealer that works wonders, you guys. And again, I really like the full coverage theme, so I'm going to apply right under the eyes, going down a little bit. Cupid's bow, chin, a little bit under the jawline. And right at the forehead. And I will be also applying it a little bit under the brow bone area. Now taking a wet beauty sponge, this is one I just got at Sephora. I'm gonna begin to pounce this on the skin and make sure this is damp. Now before I turn into a creasing monster, I'll be using the original RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. I don't want to bake just yet just because I want to keep the concealer from creasing. Especially I want to go ahead and bronze my skin and then make sure I do the baking last. Okay, so next step is bronzing. Today I'm using the Contour by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the contour in the shade Espresso. And to apply, I'll be using an e.l.f. complexion brush. And very lightly, without any product, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the lazy way to contour my nose. So I'm just gonna go very lightly back and forth. And by doing it, this is going to hit the edge of your nose contour here and begin to slim out. Now to deepen that contour, I'll be using the M.A.C blush in the shade Blunt, and this is actually really really deep for my skin tone, so I like to use this as contour. I'm taking on this flat brush by NARS. This is a Kabuki Ita brush, and I'll be dipping very, very lightly just because I don't want it too intense on my cheeks. And I'll be dragging this on the bottom of the cheekbone. For blush today, I'm using the blush kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is in the kit Radiant. Also, I'm going to use a Sephora stippling and diffusing brush, and I really like to use a stippling brush for blush. Ooh, it gives me a really good payoff, and I'm able to control the amount I want to apply. Alrighty, let's go ahead and set it into the oven, and it's time to bake. Going back with the RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, grabbing a pretty good amount and then softly just pressing this into the skin and the areas I want to go ahead and brighten up the most. A little trick of my own I really like to do is also bake the brow bone area. Not many people do this. This is just a little bit of my secret technique. I like to highlight and make this more prominent. Alright, throwing her in the oven and letting her cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. While she cooks, I really like to do my brows. I'll be using the NYX Eyeshadow Base, and actually found this from a friend. She loves to use this stuff for her brows. So I was like, what? An eyeshadow base? Okay. And actually, I'm almost done with this just because I love it so much. So now you have a really dark color, ESBO3. It might seem a little scary at first, but trust me, trust the process. So again, I like to start from the middle of the brow. The middle of the brow is going to tell me the story of how I want my brow. Again, starting from the middle and then working my way towards the beginning of the brow here. And then as I get to the beginning, I begin to diffuse and go in as in a light hand. Now for the top, I'm starting again in the middle and then following that natural shape. And you can make it more arched in the top. You can make it just your natural eyebrows. Whatever you want, you have full control. Just go ahead and make sure you connect the top towards the tail of the brow. And I like to go in a point, like so. And that's basically my guideline. Now I can just fill in the rest of the brow. Oh, she is not playing today, honey. Brows are done. They are looking really bitchy. Just taking a B Bella RG 229 brush. I like it's very tapered and I can brush off some of that bakage away without any too much complication. As I did bake right under my brow bone area here, it did lighten up that area. So for a night out look, I want my highlight to go really blinding and really stunning. For highlighting, I'm using the Sugar Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I will be taking Butterscotch on a Morphe M501, and the bristles on this, it's shaped like a tapered brush. It is amazing to highlight and give you that natural seamless blend. Because this is a night out look, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. Oh. I'm gonna need a second. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. And that's why I love the Anastasia highlighters. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my god, that is stunning. So next I'm just taking some without any MAC Fix Plus and making sure it blends in very nicely into the skin. I'm dragging this a little bit, and everybody's facial structure is differently, but I like to drag this a little bit more into the brow bone area just to give myself a nice highlight within that brow bone. Oh my god, I cannot get used to this. Some butterscotch and applying it towards top of my eyebrow. I'm not going to carry this so high up. I've noticed that it does make me look older in this fine lines here, so I'm just going to apply a little bit in circle motions the top of the eyebrows. Neighbors down the street can even see me from here. I am blinding. Alrighty, now going into the eyes, I really wanted to use a really famous palette that's going and blowing up the social media at the moment. I'm going in with the Jack on the Hill palette by Morphe. On a B Bella NG328, I'm taking MFEO and begin to apply this on the crease. And of course, we are going to build up our shades. So that means we're going to go ahead and apply more and more product and get deeper into those pigments just to give ourselves more of a smoky look. So this is going to act as my transition shade. It has a little bit of a pink undertone, and that's okay just because we are working with purple hues today. I'm just doing windshield wiper motions on a big fluffy brush and then doing circle motions. And I will be carrying this shade a little bit out. I'm spitting out, in a sense, the product. A more defining brush. This is a smaller blending brush. This is the B Bella Pointed Blender in the number 11-8. I'm going in with Mocha here, and I'm just applying it towards the tip of the brush. So again, I want to gradually build with these colors. So I'm going to apply a really soft layer and begin to add definition in my crease. I'm going to be dragging out this Mocha a little bit towards the end, and this is going to give myself a more lifted smoky appeal. So very lightly, I'm going to go ahead and do very circle motions within this square area right here as I'm doing a circle. In this circle area right here, I'm going to go ahead and begin to gradually smooth, and as I get out into the eye, I'm going to do a lighter and lighter hand. So on a Morphe M412, I'm using a Soda Pop right here, and it's this deep purple. Very lightly, I'm applying this towards the tip of the brush. So very lightly, I'm starting in that bottom of the crease here. And I'm not dragging this so high up. That Mocha that we did have applied there is going to do the work for us. And just keeping it pretty low. Windshield wiper motions going back and forth. And the great thing about this brush, it is a fine tip brush. So it does go in a point, which is gonna really get in there and blend everything all together. This part can be a little tricky. I like to go in with the side of the brush, tapping it right at an angle, using that same angle to help me guide and place my smoky wing. Like that. So now that I have a little bit of a pointed shape, without dipping with any more product, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into a soft point. I'm going very softly, circle motions. And as I gradually take this out, I'm going with a light hand. So in all honesty, this is just 3 shades on my eyelid. It may seem complicated at first, but all you need is a light hand and blending, and that's all you really need. Now I'm packing some product onto the brush here at an angle. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything all together. Now before I do go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. On a B Bella RG221, I like to grab some of whatever is on the cap. Now, and I'm going to very softly begin to just staple this on. Alrighty, so now that we have our crease cut, the next step is going to be divided into 3 sections. And we are taking this deep purple here called Royalty. Taking that same RG221 by B Bella, I'm flipping to a cleaner side, and this is the brush I did use to cut my crease. I will be applying MAC Fix Plus. So I will be packing this and sliding just a tad bit on the middle of my crease here. And I'm going back with the palette and using this shade called Obsessed. Of course, MAC Fix Plus again, Always everything Matte Fix Plus. And we are going to blend her. Grabbing some of that soda pop and then begin to softly blend this into that deep purple. So what I want to do is grab most of the pigment, do it at an angle just to give a lot of intensity, and then softly blend it into that purple. For my under eyes, I'll be taking this Morphe short bristled packing brush, and I'm using Tarte. And of course you guys know the drill, applying some MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going very, very close to my lower lash line and not bringing this too far down. Now with no remaining product, I'm just gonna softly diffuse any harsh line under that eyeshadow. So in total with this whole look, I'm using about 5 shadows. Again, I'm taking a really defining packing brushes by J.Cat Beauty. This is the Professional Flat Definer number 12 brush. I'm taking some of that soda pop. I'm really packing it onto the brush. And at the outer corner of my lower lash line here, I'm just packing this halfway into the eye. Just softly diffuse that into that Tarte shade we applied. Now for the waterline, I'll be underlining them with the Lancome Drum Liquid Pencil. This is the Extreme Longwear Eyeliner, and this is one of my extreme favorites compared to the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in, I believe it's Provision. What you can do is just grab any small brush. I'm just taking Obsessed again and then highlighting my inner corners here. I'm just gonna bring a little bit more attention towards the inner corner of the eyes. So if you like to be a little extra like me, you can definitely stop here. This is basically a dramatic glam night out look. But of course, I love to be extra. So I will be working with the darkest color first. This is the M.A.C Beauty in shade Patience. So I'm switching to that purple side on that B Bella RG221, and I'm tapping whatever is on lid here. And I will be very careful. I'm gonna tap this between the Royalty and the Soda Pop, right in between those two shades here. This is even gonna go ahead and help me diffuse even more, just to give a perfect blend in between the two. Next, I'm taking M.A.C Beauty Nauseance, and I really love this powder. This is a lighter purple shade, and on this one, I'm just taking my regular finger and applying whatever is on the cap. And I'm applying this right on top of that Royalty. And this is definitely gonna give me that pop I am looking for. Going back with that B Bella RG221 I used to cut my crease, flipping over to that Obsessed side, I'm going in with the M.A.C Beauty pigment in shade Daydream. And again, I'm using whatever is on the cap. I'm gonna softly pack this on top of Obsessed. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Look at what it's doing between these two. It is merging those two together and creating even a fourth transition into this purple shade here. Already, since you guys seen this a million times in other tutorials and videos, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes off camera and apply mascara. Already, this look is almost complete. We are almost there to the finish line, but not before something I wanna go ahead and show you guys. This is one of the testers I got back from the lab I've been working with, and these are one of my favorites. These are the Natural Wispy Mink Lashes. These are all false mink. All of the shades I'm working with are gonna be vegan and cruelty free. They're really, really fun. You can wear this with a really bold look. You can wear this with a really natural look. They do look dramatic, but of course they're very soft on the eye. I made the band really secure, but very lightweight, and you are able to reuse them up to 25 to almost 30 times. And that's if you really take care of them. Make sure to wash out the glue when you need to, or remove the glue. Make sure you clean the band, keep it sanitary and all that good stuff. So I wait about 15 to 30 seconds until the glue gets tacky. I've noticed that this clear adhesive actually dries a little bit quicker than other adhesives that I've worked with. So just like how I explained in my last tutorial, I like to place with my eye open and securing the middle of the lashes. And these are really easy to place on. So I wanted the band to be really thin and easy. And all I have to do is close your eye, the end of the lash, and then the beginning. Boom, you are done. Alrighty, so these are the lashes on. I'm currently working on different varieties and different styles, and especially multiple varieties to suit other facial structures or the shape of your eye. Alrighty guys, so I'm looking around my desk, I'm looking what the heck is left. Alrighty, so now we have lips. Going in with the Kylie Cosmetics Kylie lip liner, and this is in the shade Candy K. So what I like to do is I like to naturally line my outer corner of my lip line and then give myself more of a pouty over lip line in the Cupid's bow area and towards the bottom of the lip. This is going to give most volume towards the middle and allow of a more pout. Alrighty, for the first layer, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Dusty Rose. This is a perfect Dusty Rose shade, obviously, and it gives such a nice cream finish towards the lips. So how I like to do my lips is I like to part in the middle, fill in the rest of the bottom lip, and to give myself a perfect lip line, I like to move my head with it to just give myself a crisper feel. And then close my lips together. So all I have left is to fill in the top. Alrighty, and we are good to go. You can leave this at a matte. I am definitely going to add a gloss just because I love the glossy feel, and don't get me wrong, I love my mattes too, and I love this look already, so I would definitely leave it like this, but throughout the night I will apply a gloss. So I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Metallic Rose Lip Gloss. Of course, this makeup look will not be complete without some setting spray. Taking the Everyday Cream Quick Fix. Nope, I gotta dry her off. Yep, drying her off. Alrighty, and this is the completed look. We have a night out smoky look with a beautiful shimmering purple and this pearlescent rose gold in the inner corner of the eyes. We have a dramatic underline. Our face is very highlighted, very beaming to the gods. So we have a contour, a bronze skin, and we have a lip for days. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this look today. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know how can I improve. If you guys really do love this look, give this like a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support and love. And I'll see you guys in my next one.